Would you wear that outfit to church?
No, I wouldn't.
No. You know, I just want to know where your head was at.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for lines and scenes on the Courtroom show that age like an avocado.
Where do you think you are? You think you're on Springer? You're not.
Number 10, you're not Twiggy.
My nephew is the one who actually damaged their car.
Look at her size. You know, if anybody get on a car that size, that's what's gonna happen.
Precious Greer is the defendant in a case about car damage sustained when she sat on her friend's hood. In all honesty, Greer seems a little daffy, but it certainly doesn't warrant Judge Judy's comment about her body, even if she did preface it with a compliment.
You're a very nice lady and you have a very nice shape. You're not Twiggy, which means that when you put your weight on metal, it may damage the metal.
Here's the thing. An adult of any size sitting on top of a car could potentially do some damage. So her point isn't even super concrete. Either way, we can't imagine commenting on someone's weight is something that would fly on TV today.
Question for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,300. That's all. Out.
Number 9. The government is soft-hearted.
And you get Social Security benefits.
Yes.
For what?
Well, I have a serious back pain.
Plaintiff Marcus McLeod is suing his Social Security payee for wrongfully keeping his benefits. If there's one thing Judge Judy Scheindlin can't understand, it's people taking disability benefits when she feels they don't deserve it. However, her metric often seems totally based on physical disability.
You see, Mr. McLeod, the government is soft-hearted. The government wants to be able to help people who can't work, even if they're not of age to retire.
The judge goes on a hasty diatribe about government aid being wrongfully distributed and how she doesn't understand why the plaintiff receives disability benefits. Still, the fact that Scheindlin often goes on these tangents without knowing a person's entire medical history is pretty disconcerting. Of course, she probably accused us of being soft-hearted.
They send it to me and I take it. So your case is dismissed. I'm done.
Number 8, you people.
No, you had an argument with my boyfriend because he broke your window.
Because you wouldn't get out of my house.
Because you wouldn't put me out.
Hey, ladies.
This is a particularly messy case from early in the show's run. It involves unpaid airline tickets, but quickly devolves into petty arguments. Insults and allegations fly between the plaintiff's witness and the defendant, who happen to be in-laws.
Miss Washington,
please.
I want to get back to you.
I'm
Miss
the one
Washington.
that went to jail and was going to stay
No,
in jail
I
for
went to
jumping
jail.
you.
I went to jail. We can handle it now.
Order.
Sit down.
Excuse me.
The judge tries to silence them more than a few times and eventually grows annoyed enough that she seems to just rule in favour of the plaintiff without really getting to the bottom of things. The way she talks about the witness and defendant, referring to them twice as these people or you people, led many to believe Judge Judy's put-downs were racially charged. No matter how she meant it, there's no way it would fly with audiences today.
Judgment is, in this case, is for the plaintiff for the amount of $714. You people have to learn how to behave yourselves in the court. That's all.
Number 7, I'm here for you.
I'm here for you.
Thank you.
For 25 years, Officer Patrice Hawkins Bird was Judge Judy Scheindlin's bailiff, right hand, and sometimes translator.
I'll at you later.
Could you translate that for me?
He said, I'll call you later.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
This exchange, where Scheindlin tells Bird she relies on him, is typical of them. For many years, fans loved their playful friendship. However, when Scheindlin moved to her spin-off with Amazon, the illusion was shattered. Fans were shocked to hear that Bird was not going to be involved, and, in fact, was not even invited to be involved. As it turns out, the relationship between Bird and Scheindlin, despite knowing each other for 35 years, was strictly professional.
Now, our relationship has always been friendly and cordial, always. However, I know that most of the world believes that we're good friends. I can only say we're friendly.
Although apparently not professional enough to be upfront. We can never watch the show the same way again, knowing that regardless of what it looked like, they were never actually close friends.
I guarantee you on Bird's life that you never gave him any money.
Number 6, where's the rest of her outfit?
Who is this person?
This is my sister.
Is she a witness to these
She is.
proceedings?
Judge Judy has the right to hold her litigants to a high standard. It's not offensive to expect people to wear court-appropriate clothing. When she begins grilling the defendant's sister, View, about the length of her dress, however, it seems to go a bit further than it needs to. It's incredibly catty, with all sorts of sarcasm and shade thrown her way.
Where's the rest of her outfit?
That was the most professional clothing she could find, I guess.
Yes, the dress is short, but it looks far more formal than the zip-up hoodie her brother, the actual defendant in the case, is wearing. If we're going to talk appropriate attire, the conversation should concern everyone.
May of 2010.
Yep, around my birthdays.
Yup is not an answer.
Yes, Your
Yes
Honor.
is an answer. Yup goes with that outfit.
Number 5, Divine Brown appearance. In this special edition case from the mid-90s, Judge Judy puts up with a lot of shenanigans she never would today.
Month and year. Come on. Miss Brown, quiet!
It's the epitome of sensationalist tabloid TV. Most notable for being the sex worker caught with actor Hugh Grant, Divine Brown is the defendant in a case brought by her alleged former manager.
I'm almost ready to throw you all out. You're testing my patience. That's a bird. Everybody out.
The manager, Rick Lomas, contends she hasn't paid him what he's owed. Other names discussed during the case are also such a product of their time. It must have been a great get for the show, but 30 years on, it just feels like a bizarre time capsule.
Step out.
I forgot. Jump over here, man. You ain't ready for that. You know better than that.
Number 4, not taking accountability. Few Judge Judy fans can forget the disgraceful plaintiff in this case, Wendy Moore, who allowed her son to drive her truck.
Only on the property.
I don't care if he drives on the property, if he drives it on Pluto.
When he allowed his friend, the defendant's daughter, to drive it, they had an accident, and she unfortunately did not survive. In a bizarre twist, Moore was the one who sued the grieving mother, Nelda Bailey, for damages. There's a moment where the judge comments on the son's weight, but that's really not the worst of it.
And I have my son, who looks very healthy to me.
Going through physical
Just a
therapy.
second. Just say, who looks very healthy to me. He was able to come with you to court today, and he doesn't look like he's missed a meal.
Moore is incapable of admitting her own culpability in the events. Her son must have grown to adopt this same conduct because in 2017, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison for attempted assault.
Instead of saying that, you sue her for the damage to your car. You're an idiot.
Number 3, predatory behavior.
Tell me what happened when you went over with your friend to this man's house.
We had stopped for pizza before we hit to his house, and then...
The three of you?
The three of us.
And how old is he?
45.
This is one that probably never should have made it to air. The plaintiff sues the defendant, who allowed both the plaintiff's daughter and her own daughter to spend time with a 45-year-old man. Judge Judy interrogates the girls, who both seem a bit scared to be there. The man apparently gave them liquor, and the judge insists the airheaded defendant was negligent in allowing this to happen.
They wanted to go over there with his kids, so I didn't think, I've known.
Watching the girls answer her questions in front of their mothers, the audience, and the cameras is a pretty uncomfortable sit. It's a particularly exploitative case that feels too salacious and disturbing to have been allowed to air. Hopefully, producers nowadays would put the victims first. Number 2, a shocking update. You never know what could become of a Judge Judy litigant. Most come and go without a hitch, and you never hear about them again. Plaintiff Nagasi Zuberi, however, is a different story.
This is the man charged with kidnapping and holding a woman captive in a cinderblock dungeon.
He was on a 2019 episode with his ex-girlfriend, whom he accused of throwing bleach on his clothes. He was the hero that day in court.
You destroyed his suits and his computer.
Well, Your
Judgment
Honor,
for the
I
plaintiff in the
file a-
amount of $2,500. We're finished.
But in 2023, Zuberi's appearance went viral. It resurfaced when he was arrested for kidnapping and assaulting a woman. There's something terribly eerie about watching Zuberi winning a case against his ex for her supposedly erratic behavior, given what we know about him now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, the eBay scammer.
You are outrageous, madam. Why don't you get a job?
This case made such an impact that Judge Judy still references it to this day. Defendant Kelly Filkins came to court alone to face a lawsuit over an eBay scam she ran with her husband. The two took the plaintiff's money and instead of sending her the phone she paid for, sent her a picture of the phone. It's such a blatant scam attempt that it's gone down in history.
You read that ad and wrote it very carefully in anticipation of scamming somebody out of $467. You're an outrageous person.
In 2017, however, it was discovered that Filkins' life ended tragically. It's definitely a little uncomfortable to watch the episode now.
You have an active case with Child Protective Services? No. You have a case that had been investigated by Child Protective Services? No. You might.
In a different case entirely, Judge Judy even calls her a slimy criminal, which doesn't really have the same ring now that we're aware of the sad aftermath.
I never said.
Don't speak until I speak to you.
She got what she paid for.
Don't speak until I speak to you.
Is there a Judge Judy case you can't believe made it to air? Tell us in the comments.
Don't speak. Don't speak. I can't. My head is full.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.